Perhaps the most important aspect of organic chemistry labs is safety. For people with long hair, please ensure that your hair is tied back before entering lab. So ensure that you're wearing a lab coat as well as long pants and closed-toed shoes. Also, please wear protective eyewear at all times in lab. Alright, so now we need to set up our apparatus. The first thing you need is a ring stand, and then you're going to attach 2 clamps with 2 pieces of mesh to hold your beakers. Also, you're going to have another clamp which will hold your funnel, and inside your funnel you are going to have a piece of cotton to filter your impurities out of your sample. Also, there are 2 Bunsen burners which you will have connected to the propane gas valve.
At this point, we turn on the propane valve and light the Bunsen burners away from the beakers with a flint. Now we place both Bunsen burners underneath the beakers. One beaker is full of water, which is underneath the funnel to moisten and heat it. The other Bunsen burner is underneath the beaker full of 50 milliliters of the predetermined solvent.
On an analytical balance, mass the required amount of solute. Tap the metal scoopula to obtain the required amount.
Add the solute to the solvent that is heated by the Bunsen burner. Stir the solution.
Small amount of charcoal to remove color impurities. Stir the solution.
Pour the boiling water through the funnel in cotton to moisten the cotton. This is to heat it up and prevent premature recrystallization. The heated mixture of solute and solvent is poured through the heated funnel to filter.
Add more solvent into the beaker to avoid transfer loss. Prepare an ice bath and add water to it.
Place the rinse bottle with the distilled water in the ice bath as well as your sample. Please note, do not stir the sample. If necessary, you may scratch the side of the beaker to induce crystallization. Mask the filter papers in watch glass and record your values.
Place the filter papers into the Buchner funnel, then turn the vacuum on. Then put cold water onto the filter papers. Pour the cold recrystallized solute and solvent mixture into the Buchner funnel using a stirring rod. Use cold distilled water to rinse the beaker to reduce transfer loss.
After leaving the sample in the vacuum for about 15 minutes, scrape around the edges to check and make sure that it's dry. Transfer the filter papers onto the watch glass. Record the mass of the watch glass, filter papers, and crystals to then calculate your amount of crystals obtained.
Make sure the thermometer number matches the apparatus number that matches the graph used to correct the melting point.
Take a small sample of the recrystallized substance and scrape it onto a ceramic plate. This is to get rid of moisture. With the open end of the capillary tube facing down, tap the substance. Then turn it over and drop it through a tube to get it to the bottom of the capillary tube.
Place the capillary tube in the apparatus. Make sure you waft the sample instead of directly smelling the chemicals.
Pour some of the unknown liquid into a beaker. While waiting, make sure there is a watch glass on top so it does not evaporate. The solubility tests are done by pouring about 2 milliliters of the liquid into a test tube and then adding drops of water. Shake the tube to ensure proper mixture and check for solubility.
For the refractive index, make sure to standardize with water. To clean it, use a chem wipe. Fill it to 3/4 with the unknown liquid. The number will appear on the screen as well as the temperature.
With a few drops of the unknown liquid on the watch glass, light a match and put the match close to the liquid.
Mass an empty beaker and then pipette a specific volume of liquid and add this to your beaker to then calculate the mass of the liquid.